Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Clemson Tigers. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Death Valley. The tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Gonna run it. It's Lacey. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Strong, firm tackle.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Firing to the right, complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. Could be an alley. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Fires and picked off. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they can't be thrilled using all 3 timeouts here in the first quarter. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Denson. Snagged out of the air. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, that's a nice job on 3rd down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first 3rd down offensively, you're able to move the sticks.
Maybe some room here. The 20. 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Lacey. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Pulls it in. It's Gill. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gill. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Rebels are in the hurry out.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the 3rd down very manageable.
He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
And this defense has got to be jacked up. And they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
Maybe a crease. The 50. The 40. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown Tigers. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking and understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one. And that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. The run inside. It's Lacey. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground. Trying to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
To the air, it's Denson. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Got a little grass. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Looks as if he's going to run it. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. This is a designed run. He wasn't even close to converting. Stopped well short of the first down. What a job by this defense. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Quarterback will keep it. That's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the deal.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Throws to the wideout. You caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hope.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Rebels. some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down, you got to make plays, you got to get your team back in it. Great start, keep chipping away.
And right down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, Dave.
Yeah, executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that. You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the five-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Denson. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
The incompletion brings up a second down. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Davidson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. There he goes. The 40. Past the 20. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the short 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. He wants to change this route. They found a little running room out of the wildcat, still short of the 1st down marker. So they come to the line, and the wildcat going to give them a different look.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
The wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, the jet sweep as they try to move the chains. They make the stop. It'll be 4th down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the 1st half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the 1st half.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Denson. Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. Makes it past the marker. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that wildcat, and they give up a big play. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 13 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's the Sooners who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There's a crease. Spins away from the defense. Touchdown, Tiger. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some grain.
Turning it on! Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play, that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Trying to escape and get it himself. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to...
Snags it, and there's running room. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
To the air, it's Denson. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. It appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Here comes Clemson with another first down. He wants to throw it. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Might be calling a hot route. Direct snap. It's Johnson. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. Might have a chance. Picks up the first down. He's at the touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. Rebels offense is back on the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. He'll pull it down past the 45. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right.
Finding some room. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking looking to pass. It's Denson. With the catch, it's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope...
All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Rebels! That one will give them the lead. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. And he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Trying to push the lead to a field goal with his 2-point conversion attempt. From the red zone, it's Lacey. Worked on the touchdown, might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The handoff to Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. No huddle here for the offense. The give to the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Denson. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed the lead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical third down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on up.
Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. fourth down, they'll pass for it. They get to him as he throws. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. This offense has it with really good field position. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I mean, some quarterbacks have a hard enough time just completing passes in the pocket, but to do it on the run, like when you got that kind of speed and that kind of momentum going, it takes a special kind of athlete, and that quarterback, he's a different breed.
They want that clock to run. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be tackled right at the 32, and a pretty good job on the return to set up his offense. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll give it to Johnson. Breaks into the open. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Right back to the well. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. And the Tigers come to the line, trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Powers through the defender. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll go right back to the run. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on.
Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And he puts the cherry on the sundae. I tell you what, man, this upset does not happen without this running game. He settled everybody down, toted the rock angry, made a bunch of plays. Palmer, he made it easy for this offense to have a big game.
I think he took it personally. I think he read the clippings and listened to all the experts talk about how they could not run the ball against this physical and this imposing defense, and really played with a chip on his shoulder today. He looked like he was running angry, and no question, he's the key to their team's massive upset win.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Here we go. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one.